Alright guys, it's the 16th of January and welcome to today's video. Today's going to be all about shrines, hitting two of the most important shrines in the whole of Japan. Ise Grand Shrine and the shrine that I'm at right now, Atsuta Jingu. Both of these shrines are heavily connected to the sun god Amaterasu, which is seen as the most powerful kind of god in Shinto culture. So anyway, in this video we'll be going to both of those shrines, delving into a bit of the history, and I'll be teaching you guys some shrine etiquette as well along the way. I know I've covered it in previous videos, but I thought why don't we just do today as a one-stop shop shrine video. So let's get started with it's a really hard one to say for some reason. It's like a tongue twister. Atsuta Jingu. Let's go. Okay guys, so as you enter a shrine, one of the first things you want to do is look for something a little bit similar to this. Probably won't be as big, but you're looking for those type of ladles and some water. So what you guys do is it's like a purification before you do and pray at the shrine. And you're not allowed to eat in a shrine or like drink alcohol or anything like that. Just be very respectful, keep your voice down, and if there's like stalls serving food, yeah, you can eat the food there, but just stand by the side, or there might be seating by the food stall. You're not really meant to walk with your food in Japan, although there's no rule against it. It's like just looked down upon. Just respect the culture and be nice and cordial, and do the water purification ceremony, which I'll show you guys how to do right now. So setting you guys down here, I'll show you guys how you do it. So you start with your left hand, do left hand, right hand to mouth, cover and spit. So it's left hand, right hand. Ooh, it's cold today. Left hand, spit it out, and drain the rest of the water. Place it back down. That is your water purification ritual. Left hand, right hand, fill the left hand. You don't drink, you just slurp it up from the left and then spit it out, kind of like mouthwash, and you cover like this with your other hand. With your left hand, you cover. It's like to hide your spit from the gods, is what I've been told by my Japanese friends. But anyway, as we walk and approach the main shrine, I'll fill you in on a bit of the history of this place and share some interesting facts. So let's head deeper into the shrine. This shrine was built approximately 1,900 years ago, in the 1st century AD. That is crazy. I think this is probably the oldest shrine I've ever been to, but I'll be going to an older shrine later in the video, so definitely stay tuned for that. This shrine is important because not only is it heavily connected to Amaterasu, right, it's also heavily tied to the imperial family and the history surrounding that. So the imperial family has a thing called the three regalia of Japan, which consist of a sword, a mirror, and a jewel, and they all kind of represent a different thing. The sword being valor, the mirror being wisdom, and the jewel being benevolence. And all three of those together kind of hold a lot of significance to the family, right? And this shrine houses the sword, probably the most important sword in the whole of Japan, which is crazy, but it's not like openly available to see. You can't, it's not just like on showcase, it's like housed deep within the confines of the shrine. And that sword is called, we find it, the Kusanagi no Tsurugi, a legendary sword that once belonged to the storm god Susanoo. If you watch Naruto, then you know Susanoo. which is like the thing that Sasuke and the Itachi clan go into. That's like a lightning god. And the shrine is dedicated to Atsuta no Okami, which is heavily associated to the sun god Amaterasu. And the shrine has been, you know, visited by countless members of the imperial family and samurai, important samurai warriors, all throughout history. So this really is a very, very important cultural place. So I'll be on my best behaviour when I'm here. So it seems like the inner shrine, which you can see behind there, is blocked off, probably because it's such a important place. And now you see there's lots of like security or people looking in kind of like official uniforms walking around. And I was a bit confused by what this white thing was, and I'm a bit early to here. I think before it officially opens, I'm here like 5 minutes before it officially opens still. So I got here at 15 minutes before. It opens at 8:30. I was wondering what this white thing was, and I looked behind it, and it's a massive coin there. So that you can hear them, they're all sifting through coins. Because usually there's a little box and you throw your coins in. In big temples, the box is a bit longer. This one, they got a whole basket, and there is like so much money behind that. I looked over, I was like, what the hell? And blasphemy. But I did a little prayer there. I'll show you guys how to do the whole prayer thing when I find a quieter little shrine in a bit, as I would be seen as disrespectful for me to kind of pull the camera out and like record other people whilst they were praying. So I want to get video of me doing it to show you guys. And yeah, it's not a very hard process, it's very simple. I'll just tell you now quickly: 2 bows, 2 claps, pray, 1 bow. So 1, 2, clap, clap, pray, bow, walk away. Easy, easy stuff. They have a thing here called omikuji. So omikuji is a thing where you see these little cylindrical boxes. You'll offer money, maybe at one of these. Maybe it's like a little thing you just drop a coin in. You see there's a hole on the top of it. What you do is you turn it upside down and like shake it until this wooden rod comes out, and there's loads of them in there. And each wooden rod will have like a number associated to it. And from that wooden rod, there'll be like a drawer, and they'll pull out your fortune. And you can get like good fortune, bad fortune, like very good fortune, and all different kinds of stuff. And if you get a bad fortune, there's usually a little post, which I'm not quite seeing right now, but I'm sure there is one. Oh, I do see it. It's over here now. I'll show you. If you get a bad fortune, what you do is you tie it up to this gate, and you kind of like leave it at the shrine to kind of rid yourself of that bad fortune. So it appears like it's right here, and you'll see there's certain shrines where there's actually like thousands upon thousands upon thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of these things tied up. These are all bad fortunes that people wanted to rid themselves of. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but my next stop is to search for a thing called Goshuin, which is like the red seal that you can get from shrines, and it's something I collect. You get a thing called a Goshuin Cho, which is a book. I'll show you guys that, and a fortune I drew in the past in just a moment, while I look for where I can get a new Goshuin to add to my collection. So okay guys, this is my Goshuin Cho, which is the book that you use to collect your Goshuin in. I did manage to find the Goshuin, but unfortunately this time it was a kami one, so paper, right? Means it was already pre-done on a piece of paper, and I'll stick it into my book. I've done ones like these in the past. They're not my favourites. I prefer it when they're hand-drawn, like these ones. These are hand-drawn onto the book. These are hand-drawn as well, but just onto a separate piece of paper. These are ones that I actually got done into the book itself, and I've got tons. I think I've got like 48 of them or something like that, because it's double-sided. if I show you guys, the paper opens like accordion paper, like that. So both sides have Goshuin on them. And you might have noticed another little piece of paper was sticking out of my Goshuin, and that was the omikuji. It's a recent omikuji that I drew, and you'll see that I do this one-handed. Excuse me, it's very cold. One side's in Japanese. I can't read that, but on the other side is you'll have an English section here, and this reads best fortune. So I got a good one. If you try to be famous, it will come out as you hope. For example, if you have 3 kinds of hopes, 3 will be completed. Gods will come, and where he points to, flowers and fruits grow timely. Good fortune will come, and it brings you happiness. Your wishes will be realized, a sick person will recover, the lost article will be found, the person you are waiting for will come, building a new house and removal is good, marriage and employment are all good, making the trip is all right. So you get a bunch of stuff like that. You get a bad fortune, it'll just tell you like, if you leave the country you'll die, and like, I've had a bad fortune in the past, I had to tie it up. It's in one of my previous videos, I think my first time in Asakusa. And yeah, I was getting slated. It was going like, if you try to get a job, the world's going to explode, nothing is ever good's going to happen to you, and your family hates you. Essentially, that's what I got in one of them. And then you just tie it up, and it makes it like untrue, because it's like if you didn't draw that fortune, and you didn't like take care of it spiritually, then that's what would have happened. I don't really know the whole ethos behind omikuji and why it's, you know, what's the science behind it. There's no science, it's spiritual. But yeah, so hopefully we'll get a hand-drawn one today at some point, because I would like to show you that, though most of the time you can't record them actually doing it, but in some of my previous videos I have been able to record them where you're allowed to, not sneakily or anything like that. But anyway, for now, that was Atsuta Jingu, and now I'm heading to the train station. I've got a long journey ahead of me into the Mie prefecture to go to Ise Grand Shrine. So I'll catch you guys when we're there. So alright guys, just stopped off at Ise station in Ise City, Mie Prefecture, heading to the Ise Grand Shrine. Remember I told you there was 2 major ones, so we're heading to the Geku Shrine, which is actually like 5 kilometers away from the Naiku Shrine. And what you're meant to do is you visit the outer one first, Geku, then you go to Naiku after, and I'll probably get the bus. And so yeah, there's a bunch of shrines dotted around Ise City, but this is the outer sanctuary, and kind of see ahead of me that green space. And yeah, so let's talk about Ise Geku. So this shrine is dedicated to, forgive the pronunciation, Toyouke Omikami, which is the Shinto deity for food, clothing and shelter, so an important one. And then Naiku, which we'll go to later, is the one that's dedicated towards Amaterasu, the sun god, and that one is the most important shrine in the whole of Japan, so I'm really excited for that one. Another really cool fact about this shrine that I'm reading is that over 1,500 rituals are done here. They're conducted here yearly. 1,500 rituals a year are conducted here, where people pray for the prosperity of the imperial family, and for the world, and for like good harvest, because remember, deity is food, clothing and shelter. So this one is, you know, really important for like, you know, praying for people's wellness and stuff like that. So it seems like we're nearing the entrance to the shrine, so I'll meet you once we get inside. It's a little bit windy today. It's a bit cold as well. It's actually quite cold. Compared to yesterday though, nothing. If you haven't seen my last video should have been Nakasendo Trail, which was probably one of my favourite days out I've ever done in Japan, and that was snowy. but I wasn't feeling cold, but today I am feeling cold. But here we go, guys. Water purification. You know the drill. You don't need to watch me this time. Catch you guys. When we're heading through the gates. Look at that, they've got little branches and they're stuck to the sides of it. This reminds me of Meiji Jingu in Tokyo. The one that's I think it's in Shibuya City near Harajuku. You can enter through Harajuku if you wish. But yeah, it reminds me very much of Meiji Jingu, except for the gates are nowhere near as big. Nowhere near as big. Meiji Jingu's got those behemoth size. I think it's one of the largest gates of its style. There's different styles of torii gates. It's one of the largest of its style at Meiji Jingu. But this is usually my favourite parts about shrines, actually, is rarely is it ever the building itself. It's usually the atmosphere, the build up, the walk to it, like Mitake Shrine up on Mount Mitake. You have to climb a mountain to get there. That's very unique. Another gate. You were wondering why I was bowing. Ooh, am I gonna get my gosho in here? Where am I gonna get it? Where am I gonna get it? It better be here. Oh, yeah. I see books. Yes, it must be here. So, let me go grab it. So I got the gosho in. This one's a little bit weird. When I first saw it, I was like, that's strange, because it was so quick for her to do it. And then, yeah, look at it, it's like only one line, whereas the rest of them usually got multiple things. But I think maybe because this is such an important shrine, or it's like one of the originals, maybe that's why there's barely anything, because it's almost a mark of, this is the OG. We only need one line, the others need 2 lines, because they need to differentiate themselves from us, or something like that. I don't know the reason behind why it's so simple, but yeah, that's what it looks like. We should be getting another one when we go to the inner sanctum, the inner shrine. But this is beautiful, this whole area, absolutely stunning. We're heading towards the main shrine now, and this one is the one that's 2,000 years old. Okay, so prayer's done. It's actually really cool. Behind there, you can't take any photos or anything. You're not allowed. Just around the corner, and you can kind of see through it when you're praying. Actually, what's behind it is really cool. It looks similar architecture, but I don't know. You can kind of feel the 2,000 years old on it. There's something about it. And as I've always said in all my videos, the camera and the video can't capture Japan. They can't capture anything, really, in life. You can do a good job, but there is nothing quite like actually being there and seeing it for yourself with your own eyeballs, hearing the sounds for yourself, feeling the feels, the sensations for yourself. Because these places like this, there is an atmosphere that you can't pick up through the camera. If you believe in anything to spirituality, then masses and masses of people gathering at a place with good intentions creates a vibe. It creates an energy. It creates something. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't have all the answers, but I know that it's beautiful. That's what I do know. Look at that tree. What a nice tree that is. And look at this, I don't even know what this is. But it's cool, isn't it? I think the stones are patterned, you got white stones and darker stones, right? so it probably looks like something from above. Anyway, that's this shrine completed. I think this is a big area though. There's like tons and tons of stuff. What was it, like 125 shrines this built up of? So sure to find more things. So I'm gonna have a look at my maps. Maybe I came from that way, maybe I'll head this way and like loop around. Look at the swirlies in that water. It's really interesting. It's like a rock bridge. The water's just so still. Incredibly still, that water. This is nice. I much prefer this to the first shrine of the day, the Atsuta. I love it when they're in forests. I think the Naiku might be even cooler, because that looks even deeper embedded into the forest. And once again, we're in a prefecture I've never been to, Mie Prefecture, never been to it. But look at these are all like super old traditional shrines. Super old, all these. There's one over there as well. You can stop to pray at all of them, 125 of them. You'd be here all day. Upstairs we go. Wow, this is beautiful. Meiji Jingu's upgrade, I'm being honest. Actually no, Meiji Jingu has some really nice qualities. I think the actual kind of big square where the shrine itself is and the gate is really sick. I love that about Meiji Jingu. But in terms of forest sections, this has got like stairs and elevation. It's not flat. It's got bridges. Okay, so I had a little walk around, and that is Ise Geku, completed in my eyes. I think, yeah, there's probably some more pathways I could have gone down and stuff I could have seen, but I'm getting a little bit hungry, and I want to make my way over to this Naiku. Just got off the bus, heading to Okage Yokucho. Do you guys know what Yokucho means? It's like street, alley, usually one that has like food. In Shinjuku you've got famous one, Omoide, Yokucho. There's tons, I've been to so many different Yokuchos. Harmonica Yokucho is a drinking alley. Seems like it's literally just ahead of me. By the way, I've not seen a single foreigner today, aside from myself. That's it, I only see myself in the reflection of the camera, in the viewfinder. That's it, I've not seen anyone else. I'm looking, I'm scanning. Where's the other tourists? There's none. Zero. I'm the sole tourist. So I'm the representative of all the tourists around the world. So I have to be on my best behaviour. Oh, the food here looks good. You just got to choose one. A little stroll around. Find somewhere nice. Oh, look at those. Some sausages? No, what the hell? That's like a... Well, they got a lollipop sausage. That's a bit crazy. What's going on over here? Those are like potatoes, maybe? I've got no clue what a lot of this stuff is. They don't have any English signage here because there's no foreigners. There's no tourists coming to this shrine. It's a bit out of the way, I guess. But yeah, this is cool. Look at this bridge. So the shrine's somewhere down there, hidden in the trees. That's what I love. That's what I love about Japan. It's like, no matter where you are, you're always close to mountains. You can always see them. Always see them in the distance. Doesn't matter what city you're in. Doesn't matter if you're in Tokyo or Kyoto or Osaka. Like, you see mountains, especially Kyoto. You see mountains everywhere. Tokyo, yeah, the buildings block them, but if you get above the buildings, you can see them. You can see them. If you go to any observation deck, you even go to my roof, you can see them. My roof's not that high up, and it's not that close to mountains either. But because I'm in central, like Shinjuku, but even central, there's mountains. You can see them. It's amazing, and I love mountains. You guys should know that. Done numerous hiking videos. I always go on about mountains. I climbed one like 2 days ago. Oh yeah, this is cool. I don't know what any of this food is though. A lot of it is just like, it's just an image. I'm like, what is that? But it seems like I'm gonna have plenty of options. The sun is now up in full effect, and it's actually getting a little bit warmer now. You guys will be disappointed with where I went. I went to Starbucks. I saw the Starbucks and I was like, kind of just fancy a decaf latte right now. So I got that, and I had like some panini of some sort. It was cheap. It was like 300 yen for the panini. It's like £1.50. Whereas like everything else in the stall, these stalls are quite expensive because obviously this is a very busy area. So the prices are marked up like massively. If you want to get like a chicken skewer, it's like a £5. You could get the same thing for like £2 if you went somewhere quieter. But it's alright. Maybe on my way back through it, because I will be heading back through it. That's so sick. Wait, have a look at that. Maybe on my way back, I'll head it up. See if get something small to tide me over on my train journey back home to Nagoya. It looks like we're approaching the entrance now. The sun is like pointing directly at me, so I'm a bit squinty at the moment. And is this the bridge? I don't know if this is the bridge or if it's another bridge, but we'll see. But it is beautiful around here, absolutely stunning. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That is sick. Oh my god. Let's head up. See what we can see from the bridge. What a beautiful location to have a shrine. And it's busy. It's really busy among the Japanese. Like but there's no tourists. There's none. Not a single one. I'd let you guys know, I'm not lying. If I saw one, I tell you, I still haven't seen one. Not in the Starbucks, nowhere. You'd think you'd find them in the Starbucks, hiding away. No. It's just me. It's just me. And so, that's one thing. When people talk about like over-tourism in Japan, like, oh, you know, everywhere is so insanely busy and there's so many tourists. It's just that the tourists are all centered in like literally like the same places. All the tourists go to the same places. If you go out a little bit further out to not even a quiet place that's dead, like you go to the oldest shrine in Japan. I don't think it's the oldest. 2,000 years old though. The most important shrine in Japan. That's, you know, the spiritual center of Japan. You'll go there and you will be the only tourist there because everyone's huddled in Kyoto like, we need to go to Fushimi Inari. Which is great. Fushimi Inari is good, yeah. But there's so much more to Japan than the golden, you know, the golden trip. That's what people call it. No pow. The golden trip is like the Tokyo, Shinjuku, Shibuya, Akihabara, and then like another day, and then Kyoto, and then Osaka for like Dotonbori and USJ. That's the golden trip to Japan. There's so much outside of that, and there's so much that's arguably better. It depends what you want. I mean, if you're only here for a certain amount of time, then of course hitting those spots is good. But you do that once, okay? And then you got to come to Japan a second time, and you got to do some other stuff like this. I just did the water purification. Damn, that water's cold though. Like in summer it was nice. I remember I'd look forward to it, like, yeah, splash that water on my hands. Now it's like, oh, I don't want to do this because your hands are freezing afterwards. Absolutely freezing, and the wind's just biting you. Which way do we go? Down here or left? I think it's left. There might be a little side adventure to the river, so I might go down here first and have a look. That water's no doubt ice cold. Colder than ice. It's like Hatanosu Canyon water. I'll never forget how cold that water was. It was unbelievable. Oh look, there's coins in there. This is beautiful. Oh my god. Let's see where this ranks upon my shrines at the end. Could end up being my favourite. We'll see. We'll see. This is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Like, look down there. There's ducks over there. This is special. This is truly something special. Alright. I think I'm gonna drop some coins in. You can see the little fish. Look. It's amazing. Oh, it's cold. It's so cold. It's freezing. Oh my god. I'm gonna drop the coin in. Oh, that fell down so weird. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's unreal. It's so peaceful. I can't explain it. There's so many people, but it's so like, the atmosphere and energy is so like, it's just peaceful. It's really peaceful. Look at this part over here. There's like 1 billion fish down here. Look. All super still and calm. You can put your fingers in there, they don't move. It's weird how peaceful it is. I love it here. And that over there. With the sun like shimmering on that little drop down, and the sound of it, and the birds, and it's warm in January, in winter, because of the sun. And remember, the shrine we're going to, Naiku, is dedicated to Amaterasu, the sun god. So something special about the sun here. And let's continue our walk this way, deeper into this sanctuary. And one thing that was really interesting that I read about the shrine is that they do, there's a like tradition called Shikunen Sengu, which happens every 20 years, where they rebuild every single shrine here. Like, it's a really like unique thing. So that's why it survived 2,000 years. It's because they rebuild it every 20 years as a part of like a tradition, a ceremony. Just super cool. So cool. But I think the main shrine is down this way. And I'm going to try and find the Goshuin if I get a chance. So there you have it. On the right, Geku. On the left, Naiku. Man, these are cool. The two in unison. And the two most important shrines in the whole of Japan. Wow, I'm happy. I'm very happy. Leaves only like 2 more slots left in my book, I think. So now I need to try and find the main shrine. Is it this way? There's people going off in all. There's people going that way. People going that way. There's people going that way. Yeah, there's just so many different directions. So I need to figure out which one I'm going to. Okay. So I've decided that first I'm going to go across this bridge, as I believe it just leads to another shrine, and then you can just head back over it. So we're going to do that first. We're gonna see as much as we possibly can here. You know, I travelled 3 hours to get here, and I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it. Now I've got those 2 Goshuin, I actually feel really sick. I actually really like that there's only one thing. Like, it sets them apart. Oh my god, that's sick. Look at that. Look at that. It's so cool that they actually only have like one line. When you see them both together, it's like, you know what they are. Even as a foreigner who can't read it, I'm like, yeah, I know you too. Whereas the rest of them, if I was just to look at them, with a few exceptions where they have like a very distinct design, I won't be able to tell you which one's which without looking at the notes I have on my phone. So I wrote down which page is what. But those two, I could tell you exactly as soon as I see it. Oh yeah, right one's Geku, left one's Naiku. Oh, wow. So, here it is. Here's one of them. I think I'm probably going to pray at like every shrine I see here, because I've got enough coins for it. I do have enough coins for it. I made sure I like changed a bunch of my hundreds into tens, so I have a bunch of coins that I can use for prayer.
Yes, this is the important philosophy of
This reminds me of Geku, of the outer sanctuary. There was ones like this. Okay, I'm gonna do my prayer, and I'll catch you guys when we're back over the bridge heading the other way. It's so beautiful, man. Japan is so beautiful. Even now, like, it's almost 7 months into the trip, it hits me and I'm just like, wait, what? I'm in Japan. Wait, when did that happen? It's just, it never fails to like, to impress and to blow me away over and over and over and over again. Japan has set high bars and then vaulted way over them over and over again. I love this. This and yesterday, wow. Amazing. 2 amazing days. Both devoted to history. Nakasendo Trail, you know, old samurai route from Tokyo to Kyoto, walking through old post towns. And today, you know, visiting the 2 most important shrines in the whole country, which have so much history and are 2,000 years old. It's crazy. It's just, it's so weird, like, especially here when I look around and there's no, I see no other foreigners, it's just myself. It's like, it's this weird feeling of, yeah, it's such a weird feeling, I don't have to explain it. It's like I'm just out here on this part of the earth, this unexplored part of the earth, like experiencing this culture in its pure and rawest form, with nothing disturbing its influence. There's no foreigners, there's no crowds of tourists, there's no like rudeness, there's no loudness. Just loads of Japanese people looking to pray and looking to, you know, partake in history. It's so cool. I love it. Just look at the surroundings. Meiji Jingu. It's got nothing. It's got nothing on Ise. Ise Grand Shrine. Ise Jingu. Naiku. Geku was sick as well. Geku was amazing. But Naiku is the one. I had no idea what to expect coming into here. I hadn't seen any pictures. I just knew that it was like in a forest. Exceeded my expectations again. I almost considered not doing this. I was like, you know, it's long travel. Might just have a rest day. I'm so glad I woke up this morning and went, nah, you know, yesterday was so amazing by accident. So I think I'm just on a streak of really good luck at the moment. And decided to do it, and I'm so thankful I did. And look at what we got here. So as I was going up the stairs, there was a guy there, did the X with his hands and was like, no videos. In the distance, I put the camera down. Yeah, like usual, no videos when you actually get to the prayer part. I did my prayer. It was really cool, really nice. And yeah, now we head off back this way. I don't really know what awaits me. I don't know how much is left. I assume there's not much. I feel like I've walked a fair bit. If I've come in, I've kind of come around, and like I'm like here now. So maybe there's like this last part here. That's what I think, but we'll see. I'm excited to see what's next. Look at some signs. I don't know actually. Am I going back this way? Or am I going that way? I think this way. I think I'm gonna go this way. And then go up left. Another temple, another shrine. Just queuing to pray. Moving fairly fast, but it's worth it. I've prayed at every single one. And then, you know, once I leave, I can say, yeah, I did a prayer at every single shrine. Well, there's 125 of them, but like the major ones. At Naiku, which would be really cool. And I'm not going to tell you guys what I pray about, because I actually spend some time and really like focus on stuff. And it's good. It feels good. Because I'm not like praying to a... When I do it, I'm not like praying to a god. I'm like praying to... I'm just like... It's more like an exercise of gratitude. And also just like... You could say manifestation, although like... Don't take it the wrong way. Some people want to hear the word manifestation like, oh, you know, you write down, I'm going to be a millionaire on a piece of paper and put it underneath your pillow, right? No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like, you know, like focusing on something that you want to achieve and just saying like, you know, universe, you know, please give me strength and discipline and guide me smoothly and gently, even through the hard times, guide me towards my goals and towards a better future. That type of stuff. It's not like, I'm not going like, I pray for £100. I pray for a sandwich. Or like, sometimes I pray for the well-being of other people as well. Family and friends. Usually at the beginning of a trip, like when I like first arrive in Kyoto or something, if I'm there for a week, or the first shrine I go to, I'll pray like safety during this trip, safety, I don't know, the last shrine I go to, I'll pray for like safety on the way back, and that type of stuff. That's the type of stuff that I do when I pray. Obviously I can't record my thoughts. It's a bit more than words, it's more like a feeling and an appreciation. That's what I would describe the act of praying at a Shinto shrine to be like. And that's what I learned from my Japanese friends. My Japanese friend actually, Ko, he kind of taught me. as well as, actually there was another friend that did teach me as well, but kind of reiterated the same things that Ko said. So I feel like I have a decent grasp of Shinto culture and the etiquette. Yeah, I mess things up sometimes. It's still foreign to me, but I'm getting used to it and I certainly appreciate it. So, queue's going down a fair bit now. Almost there. So I'll do this prayer and I'll catch you guys on the way out. So back where the bridge is that led over that way, we went over that way, we came from there, so now we go right. That's it. After this, there'll be no more directions that we could have gone. I believe this is probably the way out. That's where I got my gosha in, just literally from there. And yeah, I think that's probably it for the shrines. Unless there's a hidden little sneaky one on the way out. But wow, that was amazing. Probably is my favourite shrine. I'm trying to think about one that I prefer. I do love pagodas, but it, for me, like I said earlier, is the environment and the atmosphere that matters the most. And I think here has the best environment, if I'm being honest. Because the Fushimi and Aritaisha is an experience. It's amazing. I do love that. Visually it is. Visually it's amazing. And I might do it, I would like to do it at night sometime. I've done it twice in the morning. I'll do it for a third time at night time. That could be pretty cool. I'm trying to think of other contenders. There's not really any other contenders. Like Meiji Jingu used to be one of my favourites. And I feel like this is just I'm not going to say superior version, because Meiji Jingu is a shrine. It's amazing. Right? I feel like it might be disrespectful to say this is like the upgrade from it. But it is similar in ways. It's got the similarities, the things that I loved about Meiji Jingu, but those are like heightened. So wow, I absolutely loved it. It was beautiful. Speaking of little hidden things, not a shrine, but literally just off where I ended the last clip off that path. No one's coming here, but there's a nice little pond. Look at that. You see the ducks in the middle? They're all on this little bit there where they're standing. Some ducks over in the distance. It's so peaceful, just so incredibly peaceful. Back over the bridge where it all began. Well, not really, it all began at the Geku outer sanctuary, but it's just unreal, isn't it? Japan, man. Japan, man. Japan land. I think it's probably going to be the end of the video now. There's not really much else. I don't really know what to tell you guys. Like, you guys can see for yourself just how amazing it was today, but you really have to come and experience it. And if you are in Japan and you have a few days in Nagoya, I'd 100% recommend you do this. I mean, if you're in Nagoya, you give yourself, if you had 3 days in Nagoya, here's how I'd do it. Day 1 in Nagoya. You see Nagoya for day 1, the Nagoya Castle. Actually, you know what? Go mad on day 1 and do 3 castles. Do Nagoya Castle, followed by Inuyama Castle, followed by Gifu Castle. That's your day 1 of Nagoya. Hold on, let me just bow. And so day 1 is castles, 3 castles. Day 2 is Nakasendo Trail. And you can also pair that with something else, like you do evening, you do Nakasendo Trail morning, evening in Nagoya, like actually see the city and do the Mirai Tower and stuff. Day 3, Mie Prefecture, go to Ise. You don't have to take 3 hours like me, you can get a limited express train and end up there like much faster. There's a train that has no stops, because my train had so many stops, that's why it was so slow. But yeah, that's going to end up today's video. Let me know if you guys saw a single like tourist, European or Western tourist in the background footage for any of this video, because I don't think I laid eyes upon a single Western tourist. Yeah, there's probably some Chinese and Korean. Yeah, it certainly was Chinese, there was. But no Westerners. So for me, gonna be heading back into the Yokocho. Might grab some food. If I do grab some food, don't worry, I'll just insert that clip back in time, so you guys won't miss anything. If there is no clip other than the Starbucks bit, then assume that I didn't get any food. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Today was absolutely unreal. Just as a reminder, we did Atsuta Jingu in Nagoya, which was built like 1,500 years ago, or something like 1,900 years ago, I think it was actually. And that housed the legendary sword, which represents valor in the 3 imperial regalia. And we did Geku Naiku, no, we did Geku. So we did Ise Jingu Geku, which is the outer sanctuary, the one that has 1,500 rituals per year, and it enshrines the god, the Shinto deity that represents like food and shelter, right? And then we just did Ise Jingu Naiku, so part of the same kind of shrine, just in 2 separate places, outer and inner sanctuary, which is the one that is dedicated to Amaterasu. It has like 125 shrines and built 2,000 years ago, and is the most important shrine in the whole of Japan, the most sacred place in the whole of Japan. We just did it, we completed it today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this journey with me, and I hope you guys learned a little bit more about Shinto culture, and maybe it inspired you, if you're coming to Japan anytime soon, to maybe broaden your horizons outside of the golden trip to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka. Maybe try going a little bit out there to somewhere a bit more rural, less touristy, and really experience Japan for what it is. But anyway guys, I'm gonna leave it off here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.